What's up? What's up? This is the Boss Ladies Live radio show. Speaker Studios, sponsored by Boss Ladies Inc. Yeah, check out Miss Fabulous. Catch Myself off the Love Chronicles mixtape. I'll be back in a minute. Got a few things to go over, with this peace thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started, real quick. Because I got a little things to cover, plus, some announcements. So I'll be back in a minute. Happy Friday to everybody that's tuning in live right now. Don't go nowhere. One. Don't forget, y'all, you ain't got the Spreaker.com, you know what I'm saying, to get the download the app for podcast, you know what I'm saying, or you can go to Google Play and download Spreaker, Spreaker. You can catch this song that's playing right now, Catch Myself, Miss Fabulous, at www.reverbnation.com/NUCKDDSKI.
When I fall, I knew how to walk and I crawl. I knew what was real. I knew how to feel. I want my life back. I want to get on track. I knew how to see the things I could not see. I knew how to love it. I knew how to be strong. Like I had before you. I knew how to catch myself. The life I had before you. I knew how to see the things I couldn't see. I knew how to love and move on. I knew how to be strong. The life I had before you. I knew exactly.
Just in case you haven't heard, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of all of you.
I want my life back. I wanna get on track. I knew how to get myself.
What's up, y'all? This is the Boss Ladies Live Radio Show. You already know. Thanks for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? So, hope everybody's having a happy Friday. It's getting a little chilly up here, in the Midwest area. So, you already know. Um, you know, Men, women, and children are welcome. So please keep your cussing ministries and organizations to a minimum because we want to have a positive show. So I really, first of all, before I get into the topic, I will be out next week. So I won't be in the studio all next week. You know, boss lady got to go to work, get that part-time job done while working on my full-time fortune, you know what I mean? So I might stop by. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it or whatever because I don't know what's going on. So got to hit the road, got to get some things going. So if you want to be a guest on the show, I will be back in the studio as of November 11th, and we can go through some holiday plans for Thanksgiving and, do a quick show on that. I wouldn't mind doing that. It is the time for the holidays, you know what I'm saying? But to me, holidays should be every single day. Miracles happen every day. Like, I really didn't know what I wanted to really talk about tonight. It's been a great week because I got through it, but it's not been easy. Things happen, and so, you got to keep it pushing and stay strong and things like that. But sometimes it gets to the point where how you stay strong in the midst of, the storms or whatever that may disturb your peace. So basically what I wanted to cover was some 5-step process that can get you through and also peacefully get you to a breakthrough. For me, I didn't know I had any rights to peace, like the shame, the guilt, the this, the that. Sometimes in certain situations has kept me from finding that peace. I hear that word all the time, but it's like, what does it actually mean? And so I did look at some things when I was looking through how to deal with difficult people because, to be honest, I do run into a lot of difficult people. They may not be difficult to some, but they're difficult to me. So with that, being honest about that, actually has helped me actually deal with it. Recognizing that it is an issue for me, but how do I peacefully go through the situation without, putting a bad taste in everybody's mouth and situated where it's beneficial for me or the other person that is confronting me or disturbing my peace process. So I'm going to put it like that. So the first target that hit me while I was going through those pages in that book is don't be difficult myself. A lot of times we bring stuff on ourselves by being difficult ourselves. Body language is, to me, is like a 90% communication piece. It really shows the people how they really are dealing with what you're saying or how you're approaching a person. You know what I'm saying? So if you find yourself being difficult and somebody tells you that, what the peace process does, it kicks in and say, okay, it allows you to finally think things through before you react. And so it's a difficult thing when most of your life you have been reacting to everything that happens to you. Especially as a woman, I can only speak for myself, but I've seen and experiences with other women that I've known, is the thing that sometimes emotions get in the way of really having a serious conversation. Like, I got a phone call that was pretty not engaging. It wasn't inviting to me, and I really didn't want to talk about certain things at that time because a lot of things were going on with me. But what gets me about certain people is that they don't respect people's time. Some people. And I think everybody has one or two people in their life that don't care what's going on. They're kind of like hit you up or come by unannounced or just call you out of nowhere, never ask you, are you busy or anything like that. Never taken the common courtesy. But what I had to think about is, have I done that? Somebody said, well, call me back, or I'm busy right now. Do I keep talking? Or I say, okay, hang up. That's just an example of not being difficult or being difficult. You're being pushy and stuff like that. And a lot of people don't like that. So when I was beginning in, working a job in commission and sales, pushy salespeople got a lot of money, but actually also lost a lot of money, because the people that really, really wanted to invest into the product or actually do business with that particular person, but because they were pushy, they kind of pushed them away. So, and a lot of revenue went along with that. So that's something to look at in every area. Like, you got to know who you're dealing with, and you got to know who you dealing with as far as you're concerned. So, I'm going to start working on this because, I was just really listening to a recording of it. I read the book, but I also recorded, I have a recording of the book. So I felt like, I needed some peace in my life. It's, besides getting organized, you also get, the more things that you accumulate, the more responsibilities you have. So I didn't want to get too much or be too extra with myself, but at the same time, I am harder on myself than I'm with anything else. So that's pretty much the difficulty with me. I try to get along with people as much as I can, but everybody's not welcoming. And you're not always welcoming to people. I mean, you could be the nicest person, but some people are just not feeling it. Like, I was walking in, shopping in Walmart with the family, and I was walking past this guy in the aisle, and he looked at me, I looked at him, and I smiled and said, hi. And he just gave me this blank stare. Like, that's just an example. But to lash out, you know what I'm saying, and act like, because you don't know who you're talking to. It's crazy out here, especially in the inner city. So you got to be careful of how difficult and tough you want to be. See, difficulty goes with toughness too. Like, some people, especially where I come from, people want to prove how tough they are. They don't want to smile or say hi because they want this toughness about them. Don't talk to me. I'm a beast, like that. Like, you'll hurt something if somebody say something to you. You know what I mean? Like, it's just crazy. So that don't be difficult part kind of stuck out to me. Also with the 5-step peace process is also look at difficulties as an advantage. Top leaders know that certain difficult people can be your best friends, your best partners. It's all how you approach and think about the situation, and based on your attitude, it'll go right or wrong. So, the 5-step peace process is just simply this. Step 1, pause. Step 2, empathy. Step 3, agility. Step 4, contribution. Step 5, epiphany. So, on that note, let's get some EDU in our lives. Pause. Stimulants and response. Stimulants and right, like that background. Like, I had a background problem today. Like, it's like when I try to go and do some, that's why I appreciate this so much, because you can make mistakes and, people laugh at you, and it's okay to get laughed at because you've learned to laugh at yourself because you got some confidence, But anyway, stimulus and response is simply this. You can choose to react or not react to things that happen to you. And I think stimulus and response has a lot to do with attitude.